What is time? When did it start? Can it go faster, slower, or backwards? Can we manage it? Is there space with no time? When we consider time from different angles, science, religion, psychology, we find more similarities than differences. The ancient Egyptians also had a similar concept of space and time. They had two hypostases of time: infinity, nekek, and eternity, jet. These are two polar entities which together form the wholeness of space-time. Again, a distinct division between time and no-time realms can be seen. The sun god Ra was associated with infinity as endless solar cycles, while Osiris was associated with eternity as the one who resurrected, conquered death and time, and reached the paradise realm. Together, they represented time as part of one supreme god. They appeared when the supreme god was creating the world and disintegrated into myriad gods. The supreme god, Nibiru, is the one who always existed, uncreated, unknowable, and lord of everything to the limits, the absolute. All entities and concepts were created by him. So time was created by the supreme god. The personification of time was the snake god Mehen. That snake is depicted in every tomb. It's worth mentioning that the meaning of all the reliefs and images in tombs was sacred knowledge available only to pharaohs and priests. Regular citizens couldn't understand or even see them. The snake god Mehen is depicted serpentine, and on some images, figures stand between the curves, gods who are guarding the northern part of the sky. Ancient Egyptians believed that polar constellations held passages to other worlds, to the afterlife worlds where their gods resided. The idea of passages is similar to the idea of wormholes in science, tunnels between spaces or universes. Mehen's curves show that time can be curved as well. This symbolism of images was a way to explain actions and processes. It is inherent in every picture, in every gesture, pose, color, size. The process of curving time was crucial, as it was the way to reach the eternal realm after death. For this purpose, they included the snake game in tombs starting from 4000 BC. The field of play is a spiral Mehen ending with a goose head. Why a goose? Because it symbolizes the supreme god who created the world by revealing things and entities by speaking their true names, like allegorical cackling. The game's goal was to curve time, conquer it, and exit to the eternal realm of God. The tomb was the starting point of the journey from the current world to the afterlife world. And how to depict infinite time? The symbol of a snake biting its tail appeared, Ouroboros. This is one of the most ancient symbols. The most sacred, amazing, and thoughtful image can be found on the Golden Ark of Tutankhamun. It depicts the supreme god, symbolic and allegorical. It is a figure of Osiris with Ouroboros around the feet and head, with Ra inside it, and with Ba spirit inside Ra. This represents eternity over infinity, covered with infinite cycles on upper and lower levels, and all contained within eternal God. We can only try to interpret the full meaning of this image. The ancient Egyptians had a solar calendar, which later became the basis for the Gregorian calendar. Interestingly, their year had 360 days split into seasons and months. They had to add 5 epigomenal days to match the solar cycle. This correlates with the Vedas year, consisting of 360 days. The ancient Egyptians also believed in a connection between realms through time, or more precisely, through moments of no time. According to their ideas about the passage of time, a heavenly boat called Sekti traversed the sky, ruled by gods. There were 2 moments when this boat stopped, at noon and midnight. At these moments, the connection between the profane and celestial worlds became thinner, and gods could hear people's prayers better. In fact, all stories of revelations and receiving prophecies occurred at these moments, noon or midnight. That's why those seeking predictions from oracles were supposed to spend the night in the temple. For example, Alexander the Great visited oracles in Delphi or Siwa, or Thutmose IV, who once received a prophecy from the Great Sphinx. Not yet a pharaoh or even heir to the throne, Thutmose was hunting near the Sphinx, rested in its shadow, and fell asleep. At that time, the great sculpture was half buried in sand. In Thutmose's dream, the Sphinx asked to be cleared and promised to make him pharaoh in return. Thutmose woke up horrified, fulfilled the request, and eventually became king. He installed the dream stele between the Sphinx's paws, and from then on, coronations happened there. Whether it was a justification for his accession to the throne, it shows the high role of time in connections with other realms. Ultimately, all sources seem to converge on similar ideas: the creation of time, time dilation, the distinction between infinity and eternity, and the concept of absolute time or no time. What is the probability that they all stem from a single source? My answer is the probability of God. I hope you enjoyed the video and discovered some new, captivating ideas today. I am deeply grateful to everyone who supports me. If you haven't yet and would like to, please support me on Patreon using the link below or by using the super thank button on YouTube. Thank you for every like and subscription. See you in my next video.